So you're back with the Quakes. What was it? Was there anything specific that you were working on this offseason, getting prepared for this new 2024 season?
I mean, like, obviously, like, my whole game, but, really on my body, playing. This is, the most games, I'll play, scheduled to play throughout a whole season. So just making sure, my body's in shape, been eating better, working out, getting, bigger, faster, stronger for the season.
So you went to Virginia, right? For college, right?
Yeah.
So how do you think college games prepare you kind of going into the program?
Yeah, I mean, it's, very similar, especially looking at, Friday night, Saturday guys, the coaching staff just, really prepares you for, pro ball, and, you see a lot of success with UVA guys in pro ball.
Also, I don't know, WBC, how big a fan, I know that your brother played for Team Israel, right?
Yeah.
Have you, that's something you'd like to do, kind of, going forward and playing for one of those teams, in WBC?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just wasn't able to, be there and, watch it, but, from TV and stuff, and especially the bracket, he was in, it just was awesome to see, the amount of passion that, people had, whether it's for Israel or, the other teams, of just the passion for, playing for their countries.
Yeah, and I think especially like the last one, right? I think there was much more maybe emphasis on it. Maybe the USA had, I guess, Mike Trout, players that hadn't played previously. I mean, you think that's, you think we're gonna start seeing more of the bigger names in games like that?
Yeah, I mean, there's always gonna be that thing of, with what happened with Edwin Diaz, or guys going into their, big contract year. So there's always gonna be guys that, might not want to, but I mean, I think it's definitely a great thing to be able to play in, and everyone you talk about, you can even see guys talking about how cool it is to play, and like how much, there might even be like more energy than, playing in the World Series or stuff, just because of, the passion that the fans have as well, for supporting their team and their country. So it's pretty cool.
So one thing too, though, kind of talking about with some of the prospects, the Dodgers, they just develop really well, right? And wherever you kind of pick, like, look into this system, what have you seen so far in the time you've been with the Dodgers that they're doing kind of that maybe just stands out to you that maybe other teams aren't doing?
Yeah, something that really stands out, and I can't talk about what other teams do or don't do, but I think that one thing that really stood out from the time I got there is the communication, from top to bottom. I think to run a good business, corporation, or, organization, I think the communication from top to bottom and from, player to coach or, support staff or whatever, I'd say that has been something that has really been noticeable for myself, of, talking to, whether it's one guy and I talk to another guy the next day and he already knows what I talked about, with that other guy, or just the amount of communication that goes on here is awesome, second to none.
And obviously the Dodgers, right? We've seen what they've done in this offseason. We see the names that are in that clubhouse. Have you had any interaction, like, getting to pick some of these guys that are up already in the show, kind of pick their brains and kind of see what it's all about and kind of learn from them?
No, not really. I mean, like, our spring training's pretty separate. You have, like, the major league side, and over at the minor league side, we're not as, together, so I haven't really had a chance to really pick anyone's brain.
Okay. So also you're from Delaware, right?
Yeah.
One of our guys from Delaware, so what is it, what are some things to do out in Delaware that pass along to our Delaware fans out there?
I mean, there's a lot. I'm from Rehoboth Beach,
Okay.
so we get a lot of tourist people down in Rehoboth Beach and Dewey, so going to the beaches is, a pretty big thing of what I did when I was growing up.